So they'll have a lot of pick opportunity with this team composition. And obviously, you're going to want to do this to maintain the Mordekaiser being able to be flexed mid and top lane. And then reserving counter pick as you deem fit. But it's going to be swapped to Leona last second.
Yeah, still is that support pick, so you still get to have that counter pick for the last pick, as you were mentioning. Lots more Leona coming in. Definitely one of our more fun melee bottom laners, as Diana gets picked up here alongside of Shen. We all know that Lehens loves to play Shen. I wouldn't be surprised to see him hop onto that one, which means it should be Rumble, Diana, and Set up in the top side of the map.
So this definitely is a non-traditional kind of LCK draft. So I do like to see this. Now, in terms of the champions that they picked, they're walking into the Death Realm. They have lots of champions that are able to be effectively stifled by that Mordekaiser. And for some, but they're also extremely powerful at one item. So if they get ahead, it's going to be really hard for T1 to stabilize. And also, the T1 team composition is not one that can fall behind. There's no insurance policy in this team. And if this game goes even, it's all going to come down to Teddy on the Aphelios, because the other champions, they're just going to be invalidated.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see if Teddy can pull off some kind of Mystic performance from yesterday. He has done it in the past, but again, guys, because we do not have any fans here in the audience, there are no fan chants. We had our moment to do the fan chants over at Kespa Cup. I'm not going to torture you guys with that once again.
What do you mean torture?
You remember when we did the fan chants over at the Kespa Cup?
That was your fault, Valdez.
T1 fighting!
Just like taking Scorch. But so far, Roach getting pushed in, but going back to the Rumble thing, against the Aatrox.
Oh boy.
Okay, hold on.
I'm going to have to hold that doll. We got to dive down here. The double knockup coming on in, but Effort is going to be the first one that goes down, and Teddy goes down too. They tried to set up the dive, and with the double for a second, I thought you meant that was a good thing in the build, but I've been watching the cast, and I know that you're not a big fan. As, yeah, it'll come in. You mentioned the Aphelios trying to get ahead. At least that is happening down on the bottom side, with Cuz hanging around down here in the bot, as Effort's going to get taunted up and loses more than half his HP, and they are going to die the back.
No.
As
And now the turret.
Yeah.
Turret's going to die. Death Realm's going to come out, but no, Roach is dead.
Yeah, they don't even have to wait for the turret to go down. They're just going to 2-on-1 him as Death Realm comes in. Cube is more.
And this.
He does have a lot going for him, that's for sure. It was cool to see the synergy between Aladios and Lajones down in the bottom side. As once you do get the root, you can easily follow up with that solar flare. As, okay, Vista, you got to be careful of that. As Sniperino, down you go. The TPs come in. They want to try to punish them here, but Teddy does have that flash, but the damage coming out from the set is going to put him in the death chamber. Down will go Effort, as the teleports do come in to pick up.
Probably the second worst Dragon Soul they could roll against this Hanwha Life.
Trying a 2v1 here onto Faker. Lots of damage already coming out as the flash comes in from Cube. Not calculating that correctly, as that was obviously not going to be the kill onto Faker, who also did take the Hex Drinker and has heal as a summoner. So a lot of extra damage able to be absorbed, and Faker gets away scot-free.
Okay, Roach. He knows that Jarvan's in close proximity. Now, this is the part of the game where you'll notice. Okay, hold on.
All right, another play down on the bottom side. They're going to lock down Lehens. That was not a flash that you want to go for. Follow-up engage here in the mid lane. Jarvan doesn't do much, but will get the flash away from Tempt in the 2-on-2. Roach just a very sad Mordekaiser right now. Does have the Jarvan nearby, but look at Jarvan's health as they go into the Death Realm.
Why would you Death Realm?
You know, effectively locks Roach in with him. He decides he wants to try to survive for as long as possible. He's going to get locked in, as we're not diving in just yet. He didn't have his ultimate available.
On him. Probably going to equate to 2 waves going one champion's way, not sets. It's going to help close the gold gap.
Really just unloading here onto Teddy. It does not end up working.
Is Leandri's, that finally did change.
Yeah.
You know, fighting the good fight.
Also, well, Effort might just die here. He's just going to get taunted over the wall. As Stopwatch, a pretty fun ability, or item rather. And the snipe not going to come in. Effort will survive. As coming on in now, 5v4. They know Effort has to...
Trying to go with that.
People will be people. As we are in here onto the Mountain Drake, they have decided now is the time to fight. As T1 do not want to let this third Mountain Drake go the way of Hanwha Life. Faker trying to get that engaged, but in goes the set into the backline.
Backline
a huge amount of damage, and Teddy just disappears on top of this. That set is huge in this game. There was nothing he could do. He didn't even flash away. He died so fast. As, well, Rumble died, but on the backside, Leona also will go down. As some people are doing the Mountain Drake, some people are diving the mid turret. As Haru does have that stopwatch. Kive, oh no, is going to miss that one on the backside. Miss a couple of extra kills, but either way, Hanwha Life's still going to win that fight. Two
of that nature becomes a lot more valuable because on the side of T1 right now, they don't have any pen. And so the resistance is all of a sudden the non-tanky champions are actually tanky because they have 18% bonus resistances. So
okay, here we go again. Kive trying to lock on to that backside as Haru going to pull him in as well. Going into that one. Tech coming in from behind, doing that burst damage onto Teddy. Has the stopwatch available. Teddy, though, is going to survive. Haru going down on the backside. Is it going to matter, though? Doesn't look like it as Mordekaiser trying to go 1v4. In goes Faker, but he underestimated Kive as he's still a monster, and Vista had enough room to be peeled for. Still doing that damage. Not the cleanest fight. A 2-for-2. Awards that could be behind them. We do know that Kive does have his teleport, so nice looking out here by T1. To say, okay, he could teleport behind us, but there is another ward behind them, and there's even one here in the mid lane. If they do commit onto the Mountain Drake. Okay, trying to go 1v1 here. In comes the TP from the right side. Faker is going to be pinned here, 2v1. Can he get out of this one? They're trying to burst him down, and down he will go. As now the equalizer is going to slow a bunch of them. In goes the Shen for the big time engage. That's already 5-on-3. And he might be already closing out the final chapter of this book, as Effort is also not going to get away, and that will be the easy Mountain Soul. The Baron, whatever Hanwha Life wants on this map, will go to them.
And I mean, both are definitely going to go to them. They're going to get the Mountain Soul recall, and then they're going to be able to use the Backblades too. Sion? Yeah, I mean, it means fourth dragon, but I don't know if that's how they refer to Soul.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Could be.
Yeah.
Not 100% sure.
All right, so this is it. I mean, Mountain Soul, everyone is just getting such insane free stats right now.
They're all beefy boys now.
I think Shen has 450 extra HP, 24% ramp on all of them. Okay, yeah, Tempt over there, I think he has, what, 250, 350?
And look at Kive, he's just running at them. They know they have such a
beautiful
win. The equalizer is just the icing on the cake at this point, as Teddy is also going to have to flash away from this one. Everybody running with their tail between their legs, as T1 looking to get smashed here in game number 1 by Hanwha Life. They're not going to go for the game-ending push just yet. After picking up 2 kills, they will pick up the Baron, and then perhaps go for it. They're so far ahead, they really could do whatever they want.
So this is obviously a really big victory here for Hanwha Life Esports, because they're taking game 1 off of a star lineup and star org to constantly be handicapped at the knees by the drafts and have to mechanically outplay the opponents over and over.
Having a 4-on-3, well, it's going to turn into a lot better for Hanwha, as Shen is going to come in. There it is, mixing everybody up on top of the Rumble. It's exactly what you're going to get with this kind of comp, as T1 saw it coming. but perhaps he didn't know it was going to be this scary, as Humble Life now going to push in with the Baron and take game number 1.
All right, well, that's going to be it for game 1. Now, can Hanwha Live do what I think many people did not expect, which would have been, or which would be the